This makes me question Selena Gomez, and I hate to say it.
I don't think you're the only one that feels that way.
Because what's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Ryan Friend, giving you that Friday energy on a Friday. We are back. It is the first episode of the new year. We're officially back.
2023.
2023, a beautiful year. Very excited for this year. I think it's going to be the best year ever.
I'm excited as well. Although, just aesthetically, I don't really like the look of 2023.
Okay, way to bring us down
just
immediately.
just numbers wise. I'm excited for the year. I just think, I don't know if it's just because we're coming from 22, so that's like, double twos, 20. Maybe I just don't like odd numbers that much.
I don't like odd numbers.
Yeah, I think I'm biased towards odd numbers.
I'm an even number gal.
I think I like evens better.
Like when I put the volume on the TV or the radio, it has to be on an even number.
Yeah, I'm the same with the temperature.
Yes, temperature
68,
as well.
70,
Right.
72.
It gets hard though with like 65 is a good temperature, but like odd number.
66 though, like
right.
You know?
That's 66.
Yeah,
nervous
that's fair.
with the
That's
sixes.
fair. But no,
I don't want to welcome the devil into my home.
Very fair. I'm excited for a new year.
I'm very excited for the new year. How was everyone's break? How's it been? I
Fucking
missed you.
lovely.
I missed your faces.
I know. It was great.
Feels like we haven't left.
I actually feel like I've been gone for years.
Really?
Yeah. Like when I came back into the office, I was like, or just even getting back into New York City, I was like, it's been a week and it feels like I've been gone for months. Walking back into my apartment, like my tree's still up, like everything's like, I was like, everything's frozen in time from the 1 week that I was gone. But it was lovely. I had a beautiful Christmas Eve, Christmas, saw both sides of my family. Christmas night, we had some issues because we were supposed to fly, which I think if you were flying over these last couple of weeks, everybody was affected in some way. Everybody's talking about Southwest and all the flights. We were flying United. Our flight was Christmas night, got like delayed 8 times and then canceled at midnight. And it was all 5 of us, my whole family. And we could have all split up, but like we were trying not to do that. Even looking for one seat on a flight was impossible. We couldn't get out till 2 days later, all of us on a flight. So that kind of sucked. But we got a little in-between day. That's when I binged all of Sex Lives, College Girls, season 1 and 2 while I just sat on my couch in this like that in-between time. And then we were in Florida. Fantastic. No complaints. Great food, great people. New Year's Eve, we went to this like fun new restaurant in Jupiter. And I like I said, no complaints. Weather turned, like it was kind of cold in Florida. Then it got really nice. It was beautiful.
No sibling fighting. I didn't hear from Gia.
No,
yeah, we need an update on the Mariana family fights.
Nope.
Damn it! I was really enjoying.
There
that.
really wasn't a single event.
No tiff?
No. Gia had to move into a different room one night. That caused a little bit of a tiff, but there was no other than that.
I could see that causing a tiff.
It's a tight space. Yeah. So when there's significant others involved, it's a tight spot. But it was a lot of fun.
That sounds glorious.
Yeah.
I had a great break as well.
Yeah.
Really
on the other side of Florida.
I was on the other side of Florida.
Coast. I've never been over there.
Me either. It was my first time.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous. Oh my God.
Your pics were stunning.
I had an awesome
Sunsets.
time. Oh my God. It was so beautiful.
Private jets.
Yeah. I wasn't going to talk about that, but
yeah, well,
now I have to. It was.
Are you really on a private jet if you don't post about it?
Well, that's the thing is like we weren't. I really wasn't because I felt very bad about the people who flights got canceled and couldn't go, whatever. But you were offered.
No, I know you were offered. I didn't want to.
Why didn't you? Your whole family couldn't.
I didn't want to ditch my whole family and just be like.
I didn't know how many spots were there. By the way, this is not from my family or Marty's family or whatever. We're not rich like that. It was a favor from somebody because Marty's parents' flights were canceled. It was like the same situation that Fran had going on. And so it was I'll just leave it at that as a favor because I don't want to give too many details. I don't really know. I don't really know how many details I can give. Yeah. But yes, it was a very nice favor from somebody, and which was awesome because I've never been on a private jet before. Never in a million years would I think I ever would be. And so I wasn't going to post it.
Rhea, first one of the 3 of us on a private jet.
And what's like people.
How was it?
It does seem like everybody in this office though goes on private jets all the fucking time when they go to like.
Yeah.
Because like
Just
when
like
Dave
anyone
goes,
with Dave.
right?
Football traveling stuff.
Yeah, and so, like I said, I wasn't gonna post it because I felt very bad about everyone whose flights were getting canceled, and then everyone that I was with was like, do you know them personally? And I was like, well, the only one I know personally is Fran. And they were like, and you invited her. So like, don't feel too bad, like you can enjoy something that's fun that's happening to you. And I was like, that's a good point. So I will enjoy it. And it was fucking awesome. They
have drinks.
Yeah, it was so cool. Like,
do they have drinks?
Well, I don't know.
We popped open. We popped open.
Private plane.
We popped open a bottle of wine.
Yeah,
it was awesome. It was really cool, and just like the flight's way quicker. You're so comfortable.
Go to like, where did it take off? Like, not at like a
Teterboro.
Yeah, you go from Teterboro.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so, and by the way, the favor.
That's for all the private planes.
To be clear, the favor was not from anybody here or that we work with. I want that to be very clear as well. Like, I don't want people called in a favor. Like, no, it wasn't like somebody here. Dave was like, "Here's your private jet." No,
it's a family connection,
right? So that it was really cool. And then we were lucky enough to get it on the way home too, which we didn't think was going to happen at all either. So that was awesome. But besides all that, the trip itself was so much fun. Got some sun, which I was excited about. Was nervous about the weather. Turned out to be beautiful. And yeah, Christmas was great. Christmas Eve was awesome. I had a great vacation. Yeah. Like genuinely top to bottom, a really awesome vacation. I'm trying to think if anything crazy or whatever happened, but it was just very nice. I had a great day every day.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't really have anything like
this week being
extraordinary
back
happen, but it was phenomenal. I did want to say that if you're listening, Kelly S from my Delta flight on my way home from Florida, she left me a little note. Very nice, very cute. Loves the show. Wrote and handed it to me. I was in a window seat, and I felt bad because I was like, oh, I think I just ignored her the entire flight because there was a woman on the aisle who was just one of those older women that you're just like you get a pass.
Yeah, she was an old bag.
You get a pass, but Jesus Christ, just shut up.
Right.
She didn't shut up the entire time. She's complaining about everything. She's complaining about her family. She's complaining about her mother-in-law. Everybody around her. I'm like, she's talking to everybody. Nobody wants to talk to her. She's like, oh, I've been down here for a month and I have to take care of my grandson and her mother-in-law, awful. God, she works in Nordstrom. She always talks about her 70% off. It was just going on for so long. And I was like, I put my big headphones on and was like staring out the window. Mm-hmm. And every time anybody came by, I was like, water, snacks, anything. I was like, no. I just didn't want to have to communicate with this woman on the aisle.
Overstimulated.
The plane was, I don't know if I missed an announcement. The plane was atrociously cold. I don't know what was happening, but my feet went.
That.
No, my feet
it's the worst.
My feet went
when
numb.
The plane is just so cold.
No, my feet actually went numb, and the window was so cold that I kept the thing down to try and help. And we land and we're taxiing to the gate. And I hear her, she's like, it'd be really nice if I could see outside. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not opening my, and then she says it again. She's like, you think you could open the window? I was like, oh my God, we landed, where we are.
Oh my God.
So I opened the window and she was also the kind of person who we were 14th, 15th row when the plane landed. She fucking shot out of her seat and starts throwing elbows past everyone to get off the plane first. Everyone's like, she must have a connecting flight. I'm like, no, she doesn't. She's from Long Island. I've heard her talk about it for the last hour.
Oh my God. Those are the worst type of people, but also the best.
So Kelly S.
You're like, thank God.
Yeah. So Kelly S., my Delta flight was so pleasant, but if I came across I was just in a terrible mood, it's because of that lady.
So this is an apology to Kelly S.
It was because I felt bad. She wrote me a cute note, and then I was like, oh, I didn't even see her after to say thank you.
Yeah.
Because she handed the note to the woman to pass to me. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, what is she giving to me?
Well, hopefully Kelly S. is listening to this and realizes that you had an absolute wench next to you.
Yeah, she was brutal. She was actually so brutal. But yeah, that's what I really did not you know when you just have one of those weeks where it was just good vibes.
Everything, no, right. Everything was so great. I woke up like so happy every single day.
know.
And then I'm not usually like a new year, new person type of gal.
Yeah.
Like I'm not usually like that. But this year I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to have a couple new mindsets. I've been doing
I
really
agree.
great. Why not just like add on to it? You know, like why not get a planner, which I
One
didn't get yet,
habit
but
at
I'm
a-
gonna.
One habit at a time is what I feel like is the best advice, and what the best advice I've seen other people talk about is like you've been really good at implementing working out, but you started that early. So it was like a couple weeks. So now like that has become part of your routine. So then you can implement one other new thing.
Want to hear my new thing?
And then you do that. And then like once you master it, that's how it like really becomes a part of your routine. So for the,
it becomes a lifestyle.
yeah, so when you start like Jan 1 and you're like, I'm going to do this, and it's like 5 things and you're drastically changing everything, that's when you're like bound to fail, in my opinion.
Right. You're bound to drop it all and just go right back to the beginning.
So like starting small, I think is the best way to do it, working new things into your routine. I've done the same thing. Joe and I have set some intentions for 2023 that we wrote down together, and
that's beautiful.
A part of a lot of it has to do with like our apartment and keeping it clean and organized.
That's
and
very
all
nice.
those things,
That's great. My I guess it's my New Year's resolution, I guess, is to take the train to work.
I am incredibly proud of you for
and
that.
So
I would never suggest that to you, but I'm,
it's
it
the
makes
one
me
thing,
happy to hear that you
because,
say that.
like I said, I'm very happy in my life.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with the way it's going. I feel like every day is better than the next. I think this year is going to be the best year of my life.
The path is a great thing.
And so there was one thing.
Yeah.
And it's taking the train. That was my one thing, and I took the train today.
Have you ever seen the movie Taking Pelham 1, 2, 3?
Nope.
With Denzel?
No.
Oh. It's a hostage situation on the subway. You should watch it.
Okay. Why? Why? Why?
I know.
It's a
We were
great
in such a
movie.
good mood.
I'm like so
Such good
positive
things.
right now.
I'll just ignore that. I'm very proud of you for taking the path, because I feel like a lot of times the Ubers or the driving,
I don't Uber
adds
ever. I
extra
drive.
stress to you.
Yes, the car. Driving my car to work.
It adds extra stress.
Like when I'm like running late.
Parking,
and
you're
I'm
late.
like, guys, I'm running late because I have to park my car and I'm fucking stuck on this stupid street.
Yeah.
I was like, if I could just eliminate that one little stress factor I have in my life, which is driving my car to work every day, which I was doing for a long time, I'm gonna eliminate that.
And it adds a part to your commute of like, well, yes, of course, when you're driving, you can listen to music, but like when you're just on the train, you have much more freedom to do other things because you don't have to pay attention to driving.
Exactly. So I did that today. Well, I did it for the last day of work.
Yeah.
Before the new year.
Yep.
To get a head start. Mm-hmm. And so I did it again today, which was the first.
Because when you're in traffic, you're like, I don't feel in control of like getting somewhere.
Oh,
when
no.
I'm on the subway, I'm like,
right, I'm on the move. I'm on the groove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my new thing.
Those are good things.
New Year's resolution. And another one more not like so tangible, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is more
an intention.
An intention is to, and I actually saw, because I asked people on Instagram and TikTok what they wanted from Chicks in the Office and from us this year, and a couple people were like, stop like over explaining yourself or apologizing or like, like on the podcast, like, or thinking too much about what other people are saying or whatever. So that's another thing I'm going to try to keep in mind as well, even though I just said I asked people what they wanted this year. So, but it's different. It's different.
It is.
It means different things.
It is. That's
I
like
was asking people content
Yeah,
wise,
yeah.
what do you guys want to see from us?
That's not, you didn't start the year off being like, hey guys, what do you all think of me?
Yeah, what do you guys think about me personally?
Yeah.
No, that's not it. But there was a couple of things I want to talk about in the intro today that I wrote down.
Should we ask Noah how his break was?
Noah, how was your break?
It was good. It wasn't too eventful. When I first went home, we still had that foster dog, Shiloh.
Really
which
fucking
was really
cute.
cute. And
Did Shiloh get adopted?
Oh yeah, really quickly.
Really quick.
It's so easy to tell, like, because the cute ones go fast. I said there was one.
Yeah.
My mom was like, "I'm so mean to this past one we had," but I saw the first day I saw, I'm like, that one's never getting adopted.
Oh.
It's ugly and like kind of. But it's just true. It's true.
Every dog should be adopted.
But this
ugly
dog, I
ones.
felt bad because he would like cry in the crate downstairs. So I slept with him for like a couple of nights.
Oh.
So I was sad when that one left. But they're getting another one. I might go home and
check
meet
that
this
one out.
Yeah, because this one's another
Judge
cute
to
one.
see if
Yeah.
No, I
they'll
could
be
tell.
adopted
I
or
could
not.
tell on the picture alone. Like, it's also fun when you get like really when they're 2 months old and they're like so tiny.
Yeah, that's the best.
But yeah, I didn't really do much. Just saw grandparents.
Noah's got a lot of movies he watched.
I watched a
just
ton of
prepare
movies.
for his weekly watch report. It's gonna
Gotta
be
gear up for that.
extensive.
I promise I won't be passing out like the last episode. The last episode before the new year, I actually thought I was gonna pass out in the studio.
It was 9,000 degrees.
Right. It's a
in
lot
here,
less hot
so
in here, and
super fair.
right. No, I'm glad you had a relaxing. Would you say?
I mean, yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
do anything. Like, I got bored because I
Yeah.
was just like, there's
Yeah.
nothing to do. Like,
I have one confession before we get into what you want to say for the intro. I have been so desperately trying to buy chestnut Uggs, which is like as basic as it gets, truly, at this point. I feel like you can't buy them anywhere. The minis. Sold out everywhere.
Chestnut mini Uggs.
Literally I'm wearing them right now because I bought them on StockX.
bought them on StockX.
I don't think that's a crazy confession.
only
Wait, can I
because-
see you?
Yeah.
I don't have chestnut.
You
I
do.
have.
You do, but you bought them early enough before they like decided to take off to space, and they're just like, if you go on the UGG
Really?
website, that you can back order them. They'll deliver in March or April. I'm like, I don't
What?
want them in April. I want them now.
Do you?
Nordstrom's, Bloomingdale's, Macy's, Dillard's, Zappos. I was on everything trying to find these damn Uggs.
The chokehold the chestnut Uggs had on the younger generation,
I
like
know.
when we were younger.
You know what's
Do you
funny though?
remember that?
This is my first pair of chestnut Uggs.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was needed to have
I know.
chestnut Uggs. When I was younger.
I thought I was different that I had the brown ones.
Oh, you had
the
brown,
chocolate
the
ones.
chocolate.
I thought like that was like
Chocolate
a
and
cool
chestnut were the
alternative.
two.
Although I think I may have had a tall pair of chestnut Uggs. Actually, no, I don't think. I think I really only had chocolate.
Why are they so in demand right now?
They're so fucking popular right now. I don't know what it is. Everybody's wearing them. They're so high in
I
demand.
only
They're
got
sold
them a
out
couple
everywhere.
months ago.
Yeah, you beat the rush. You beat the rush.
That happened with the
How?
LL Bean. What are those boots that
I
everyone
don't know
has?
if it was because like the platform minis took off as like like last year it was the platform slipper ones, the whatever they're called, and then this year was the mini platforms. And so I think like the mini platforms sold out so fast that people were like, oh, I'll just get them without the platforms. And then those sold out. And I had to buy them on StockX.
That's
Which was so
crazy.
funny because when we came home,
So you must have ordered them a while ago because it takes like 10 days to come from StockX.
I ordered them. Honestly, it was kind of quick. I ordered them a week ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And, there's easier to, maybe the Uggs are easier to get than sneakers, but I saw the box and I was cracking up because Joe was like, oh, StockX, you get new sneakers? Like, we like to talk about sneakers. And I was like, no, they're Uggs. He was like, you bought Uggs on StockX?
Listen, wherever you can find them.
And it was just hilarious because they had like the little green StockX thing on the back of the Uggs. And I was like, wow, finally copped my pair of Uggs.
Are those minis or are they half? Are they?
I don't know. They're the minis. They're not the ultra minis. They're the minis.
Okay. I have the ultra minis.
Okay. Yeah.
Because those look a little taller.
Yeah. I didn't want the ultra minis. I
Yeah.
wanted the minis.
The minis. Okay, so the minis are a problem.
They're both a problem.
Okay. Uggs are a problem
across the board are a problem.
Are a problem in
Are
general.
a problem.
Okay.
Like I felt bad because I wanted to ask for them for Christmas. Like, when relatives are like, oh, or siblings. Like I was like, oh, JB and Gia could buy me a pair of Uggs.
Yeah.
Like, and then I was like, I can't even send you guys a link. Like I got nothing. And I wasn't going to send them on a wild goose chase. There's a lot of very funny TikToks this Christmas of like girls that had asked relatives or parents or whoever Christmas for Uggs. And they got Uggs or like knockoff Uggs and with notes that were like, we couldn't find them. Like, so sorry. I saw one that was so cute. It was like a girl got a gift from her mother-in-law and she wanted like Ugg slippers or the platform ones or something. And she like put a note on top of the box that was like, this is all I could find. I'm so sorry. And they are like neon purple.
Oh,
So bright. Where you're like, okay, thank you, but probably won't wear these.
yeah, not every day.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I copped some Ugg minis on StockX.
Well, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And I think that's a fine confession.
Thank you.
We won't judge you.
Okay, thanks. If your New Year's goals are to manage your budget better and save money, you need Rocket Money. Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill, is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. Over 80% of people have subscriptions they forget about, like that streaming service you bought to watch just one show on, or that free trial that you never even used. Rocket Money will quickly and easily identify your subscriptions for you so you can stop paying for the ones you don't want. Rocket Money makes canceling subscriptions as easy as a click of a button. Simply find the subscription you don't want anymore and press cancel, and Rocket Money will cancel it for you. No more long hold times with customer service or tedious emailing back and forth. I've used the app. It's great. I've gone through so many subscriptions. I signed up for a lot of free trials, more than I thought. And, the 1 month, the 2 weeks, whatever it is, it goes by, you forget, you don't realize you're still being charged. Rocket Money makes it so easy, cancels them all for you. So stop throwing your money away, cancel unwanted subscriptions, and manage your expenses the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/chicks. That's rocketmoney.com/chicks, rocketmoney.com/chicks.
Okay, here's some things I wrote down that I wanted to talk about. I'm going to go through the stupid ones quick because the other ones might take a little longer.
Okay.
I'm thinking about bringing puzzles back. I really loved puzzles as a kid.
Have never left for me.
That's great to hear.
It came back during COVID, I feel like.
Nope. I've always been a puzzle queen.
Okay, well, not everyone could be like you, Fran. I
love puzzles.
Puzzles when I was younger. I really loved puzzles. And I'm not talking about that much younger, just like not recently.
Get one of those, if you really want to get into it, get like they do like the puzzle boards. That's for like apartments. It's easy to store. Like if you put it on your coffee table, then you can bring it back up when you want to puzzle.
Okay. Quick. That was quick. I want to start doing puzzles again.
You should do puzzles. Are we talking jigsaw puzzles or like...
No, puzzles. Yeah. Like puzzles on the
like
pictures.
a 1,000-piece puzzle.
Yeah. I'm upset about pastina being discontinued.
Horrible.
Pastina was what I ate every time I was sick. Not sure what I'm going to eat now. I'm going to have to probably go to a Lipton soup.
When was the last time you think you had pastina?
The last time I was sick.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I feel like maybe I was a part of the problem.
When I was...
Because I would always have pastina, and then I don't think I've had pastina since I was like 8 years old.
Remember when I had that weird sickness a couple months ago?
Yeah.
When I was like really struggling, wasn't coming in? I had pastina then. I loved pastina.
Ronzoni, what the heck?
It's a goner. Goodbye, pastina.
So pastina's just been, they said due to demand.
Yeah, and let me tell you, I bet a bunch of people listening to this don't even know what pastina is because around the office, a bunch of people didn't know what pastina was, and that hurt.
And I also feel like pastina, I wonder if people are going to be like trying to buy the last few boxes of pastina just to
I already have been thinking about how I'm going to get the last few boxes.
Yeah. Where you save it for like when you are really desperate.
I saw Marty's parents bring a little box of pastina to the place we were staying in Florida. I thought about putting it in my luggage and not telling them.
That was like the best, or even just like your grandparents would make you pastina.
It was the best.
Yeah.
There was another thing that my grandma ate all the time that I cannot remember the name of. Oh, Fiorina.
What is that?
Fiorina.
Is it a pasta?
Is
it like pastina but a different pasta?
Fiorina. Fiorina. Oh, Fiorina is a steak. It's a snake, not a steak. Oh. Farina. Farina is sorry guys, it's like cream of wheat, I guess.
Oh, yes. Okay. I've never had that.
Kind of looks like pastina.
Yeah. It's some like bigger pieces. Like the pastina is like those tiny little stars.
Right. Whatever. Besides the point.
I'm very upset about that. I'm upset
about
it. I don't think clearly they were not given the
demand
youth enough
there.
pastina.
No. What's the deal with north, south, east, and west? You could place me anywhere, and I would not be able to tell you which way is north, south, east, and west, because for the longest time in my life, I thought wherever I'm standing, north, south, east, and west.
Just like when you're facing forward, that's north.
Yep. That's not true. I didn't just figure that out, by the way. I've known that for a while now, years. But
so
I don't know
what's up with it in what way.
What's up with it, man?
Get a
like why?
compass.
Like why?
Okay, somebody like I know in the city. I know where north, south, east, and west is in the city
See, I
because
don't,
it's pretty. The street signs will tell you.
Noah, higher numbers, you're going north. Lower
No,
numbers, you're going
but
south.
recently I was walking,
and then you know where the east side is.
Yeah.
You know
I
where
was
the west
meeting
side
Tommy,
is.
and he was like, "What way?" Like, or what? He asked me something like that, and I was like, "How am I supposed to know?" I'm like, "I'm just
the
walking."
The street signs will tell you.
Also, like if you're walking east, you're heading closer to
Because
the East River. If you're walking west, you're going to the
that makes
Hudson
sense.
River.
most
But
of
if
the
you're saying, like,
streets in New York,
northwest
well,
or
not
like-
most, but like a lot of times will be like west.
Yeah.
So
Well, no, I know that. Obviously, I'm saying like
Doesn't
no.
sound like
Doesn't
you
sound
do.
like it's very obvious to you. What I'm not. Listen, I'm not here to judge because I'm the one who brought up the point where I don't fuck with north, south, east, and west
what did
because
Tommy
I think
I
it's very
that you
forget,
confusing.
but
didn't know?
it wasn't like what it. Obviously, if he's like, "Are you on the west side?" Like I know where I am, but like it was something like, "Are you walking south or north?" I don't know. I forget. It was a couple weeks ago, but I just remember being like, "I don't know what that means. Like, how am I supposed to know?" It's like what side of the street I was on, or like I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
You depending on what side you're closer to. You know, like if you're on,
if
you're going north, and you're on the left sidewalk.
I don't get it either.
Okay, moving on.
North, south,
more important
east
stuff.
and west.
More.
That's yes. I remember that from school.
What
or something like we.
What did you guys do? Never eat soggy waffles.
No, because I could always remember north, south, east, and west where it was on the map.
But I just feel like when you learned it in school, to know like which side they said we'd learn never eat soggy waffles.
No,
I
don't remember that, but I could have been taught it.
Wasn't it like we, like you say we, W on the left, E on the right, or something? I don't know.
I regret bringing that up. Okay, moving on to more important stuff that I wanted to talk about. Okay, I have a little rant. And it's not scripted, so I'm going to put that down because it looked like it was scripted. But there's a couple things I want to talk about, okay? It's a little TikTok rant, all right? Now, I love TikTok. You love TikTok. Everybody loves TikTok.
I'm starting to think I have to like cut down my TikTok usage. It's like too much.
Well, this is where my rant is going.
Okay.
Number one, I got to cut down my TikTok time because it's not good for the brain. Let me tell you, TikTok is not good for your brain if you're on it too much.
Or my wallet. I buy too much stuff.
Right. There's just a lot. Overexposure. I wrote down overexposure. There is too much of everything. There is too much. You know too much about people's lives. And I say this as I'm making more TikToks as the days go on. That's for job purposes. But like, we know too much about everybody, all right? I don't need to know every detail about everybody's life, and it's just coming at you at an absurd rate on TikTok. Like, we know everything about it, and nothing is personal. There's nothing personal anymore. It's crazy. I'm like, what? You can't keep that to yourself? Like, I just sometimes I'm shocked what I see on TikTok. Also, like you said, there's so many products. Buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that. My wallets are hurting. No, it's too much.
The end of the year was the worst. The amount of hot girls don't gatekeep, best products of 2022 slideshows,
and they get you every time.
Get me every time. I'm like, God, that girl's skin looks nice. I guess I gotta get. I'm like, I am just the most gullible consumer.
You are.
Where I'm just like, fuck, I gotta buy that. I gotta buy that. The Makeup by Mario Foundation, which I bought, no joke, I watched TikTok. I opened my TikTok like literally on the way to Sephora, and my first 5 videos were all, I got the Makeup by Mario Foundation. Here's my review.
And you went into Sephora and you bought it immediately.
Bought 2 shades.
Right.
So they
know what they're doing on there.
They know what they're doing, and that was the tough stuff.
Yeah.
The beauty, the slideshows of all the products. I'm like, why the fuck do I want to buy all this shit?
Besides that, there's also a terrible side of TikTok that when you're happy will tell you your life is doomed. Mm-hmm. That's another thing. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're happy? Well, guess what happened to me? Listen to this tragedy. Yeah. How about this tragedy that happened? Yep. Oh my God, I lost my leg. Oh my God, this is how I lost my arm. Oh my God, okay, I know there's a chance of that happening to me, and I know that there's somebody listening that may have happened to them as well, and I feel awful. But there was a time where we didn't know all of this all the time. I don't like being scared to leave my house.
And too many people telling you like what to do with your life. Like,
right, always.
Cut out this food, eat this food, don't do this workout.
Do this for gut health. Exercise doesn't even work. How about that? Got a TikTok yesterday. Exercise doesn't fucking work.
What do you mean? I gotta be taking all these vitamins.
What do you mean exercise doesn't work? I lost my mind. I sent it to our workout group chat. I said, I'm gonna punch my phone right now.
Yeah.
What do you mean exercise doesn't work? What are you talking about?
I know.
There's just so much just
too much
misinformation. Too many people think they're experts on things.
That's the real problem.
People really think they're an expert about life, about health, about everything. The amount of TikToks I get about, oh my God, I was having a great day and all of a sudden I went outside and I lost my fucking foot. I'm telling you. And so I'm convinced that one of these days.
That's a part of TikTok.
No, I know. I'm convinced one of these days I'm about to lose my leg randomly because of the amount of TikToks that I've been getting about that. Why? And like, I feel bad, obviously, but then I'm like, is this real? Like, it's crazy. It's an overexposure of bad information.
Totally. It's made me like actually think about my own life way too much, where I'm like, why am I reconsidering actual things in my life due to a video I saw on TikTok
that you're fine with, right?
Yeah, like that was never a problem, but now I'm like, oh my God, like, do I have these problems?
Right.
Am I
lactose intolerant?
Right. I also see a ton of like women's health, fertility. I'm like, oh my God, like, am I not taking care of myself? Like, my eggs? Like, all this stuff.
Well,
like,
here's the thing, but before all of this,
like, it's like, oh, do I have PCOS? Like, do I have I'm like,
all
oh
the
my
time.
God, all the time.
It's a new diagnosis every fucking day on there.
I know.
Everybody has autism. Have you been on that side of TikTok?
No, I have not.
Everybody has autism. And I've seen TikToks where people are going to their doctor's office being like, I have autism. And the doctors are like, are you on TikTok? Like, is it your TikTok telling you have autism? Like, I'm telling you, it's out of control. People are diagnosing people they don't know. I bet you have this problem. Before TikTok existed, people were doing fine. And I'm not
There's
saying,
also
like,
too many people that when they do have something going on are just asking their TikTok followers what it is.
And they're not going to the real doctor.
I saw this where, I saw this girl and she's talking about, she had some kind of, I don't know what it was really, but it looked like some sort of like cyst situation. And the comments are telling her everything under the sun is like wrong, or it's this, is that, oh, it's just a pimple, oh, it's cancerous, oh, it's like 9 million things. It's like, just go to your dermatologist and don't ask TikTok.
Right. I agree. It's crazy. It is driving me up a wall. Yesterday, I got so mad. I went on this huge rant. I was like, I just can't take it anymore with the overexposure of information and mostly misinformation and the diagnosis and just, oh my God, you're bloated, gut health. Well, you need to cut this and out, and you need to be taking all these vitamins. Well, maybe I don't want to put all that in my system. Okay, I don't even know who you are, and you're telling me to take all these vitamins. And what? Then everyone starts listening to you, and they start taking all these vitamins. They don't know who you are. You're not a nutritionist. Like, what is going on?
Let's just go back to everybody lip syncing songs.
Right, that was fun. That's the TikToks I'm trying to make. I made a TikTok today where I was dancing on the sidewalk.
Yep.
I like to dance. I like to listen to music. I like to have fun.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is it draining?
Yeah,
it is draining. And so that came from, this whole rant basically came from the Idaho murders, right? So that obviously dark turn.
Crazy.
But it's crazy.
Full affidavit came out too, and you read about it. It's like, there's no reason for us to go into any details about it. If you've seen it, you've seen it. It's like absolutely terrifying.
The whole thing has made me so sick to my stomach when they did the press conference after they announced who the suspect was. I was crying watching, thinking about the families. It's just so horrible and so sickening to watch, and I cannot even imagine. My heart goes out to these families, and I just can't. Besides the point, like, it's just so awful. But on TikTok,
in the same vein, everybody's a fucking detective.
Everybody's a detective. they think they know better than the cops and the FBI. You don't know better than them. That is their job.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. Everyone's like, why didn't they say it sooner? Because if they start naming suspects, then those suspects are going to go running. There's a reason they do things the way they do. There's a reason they don't release certain information to the general public, because they can't, because they want to make sure they get this guy and they do the necessary things. Like, people are just out of their minds accusing random people, just pulling people out of the fucking woodwork to accuse them that now these people's lives are ruined, even though they had nothing to do with it whatsoever. I'm like, everyone's a detective. Everyone, and listen, the cops and the detectives, they did say they got over 20,000 tips, which helped them tremendously, right? And people calling in and giving those tips, that helps. Going on TikTok and speculating random ass, like the most random theories that you can think of, does not help. That it just is. I'm like, the amount of misinformation being spread and people posting, I heard this, and then the comments, that's not true, that's not what they said. And like, if you're like, just watch
the craziness of social media,
just
even
watch
to, like,
what
it's
they
not even
actually
just on
say out of their
TikTok.
mouths, right? Read the articles that are from reliable sources. Watch the videos of the cops and detectives speaking themselves, and you will get the right information. But all of the misinformation that's being spread, I'm like, oh my, what are, like,
I know.
it happens so much.
It happens for every big incident, right? Like, on all forms of social media, people on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, definitely TikTok, where there's, you watch these videos and people are speaking in such a manner where it's like they're very convincing,
right?
Which is why you're like, oh my God. But so many people will watch those TikToks and just be like, well, I saw that somebody said this and that's true, instead of like being like, oh, let me follow up on that and read about it and learn about it. It's crazy. I mean, even just like, with Damar Hamlin, the player on the Bills that was hurt Monday night in like such an upsetting fashion, where those hours afterwards are when tweets are coming out, everybody's a friend or a relative, and like it's speculation, or like everybody's a cardiovascular surgeon, like where you're trying to be like, okay, in respect to what the family is going through right now, wait and see what the family and the doctors say, instead of just trying to guess what's happening.
Right. And then also people spreading the information in such an incorrect matter. Like, people are like, he had a heart attack. No, that's not true. He did not have a heart attack. Like that. Like,
it's just, you just throw out, everybody
people just
throws
say
out information.
Whatever it's like, just get the right information.
Because everybody wants to be first. Like, everybody wants to be first. So that's what's so crazy about it. Everybody wants to be viral on TikTok first. Everybody wants to say, oh, well, I had that information first. Look at my TikTok from 2 weeks ago. Like,
it's just crazy.
It's insane. But yeah, the details, the actual details that have been coming out from the Idaho murders are so absolutely sickening. It's like, it reads like a horrifying movie, like that you just didn't even think could exist.
I can't even wrap my head around it. It's actually sickening. But it's just it's
just a lot. TikTok's been a lot recently.
It's been a lot. And it's been a lot of, I saw people describe it as doom scrolling.
Yeah, it totally is.
Which I didn't really know was a thing until the other day when
I'm such a doom scroller.
But it's like, before bed or when you first wake up and you're like, everything you're taking in, I was like, why? Like, I am so happy. I wake up with a positive outlook. I love what we do for work. I'm very happy with my life. But I go on TikTok and I feel like I have to be miserable.
I know.
Right? Like, it's just like, everything is sad. Everything is sad. Everything is a tragedy.
Get rid of TikTok.
Yeah, like
sometimes I'm like, you know what?
Would it be so bad?
The government keeps threatening to get rid of TikTok. Just do
it because everything is so down.
Yeah.
Like, we can't just like be happy. Like, everything's a tragedy. Everything's sad. Everybody has a problem.
Yeah.
Everybody has to be diagnosed with something that's going to hurt them.
I know.
You're going to walk outside and lose a leg. Like I said, like, I can't. If I get one more TikTok, and watch, because I'm saying it out loud, I'm going to get even more TikToks about people losing their legs. But I can't take it anymore.
It really is. And
so
that's another
my
freaky part of it.
I'm cutting my limit because I just, it's too much. And
that would be a good 2023 intention too.
Yes.
I think cut, like, just because, look, not all, there are very positive sides of TikTok, and there are positive people that I feel like I follow on TikTok that put a smile on my face and I get good vibes from. But when you are scrolling the For You page, you just never know what's going to come up, and sometimes it can take a turn that you're like, oh God, why? So like maybe it's not being on the For You page. Maybe it's just looking at the people you follow and being very deliberate on who you follow.
You're right. There are great, like, TikTok is not all bad. There are great sides of it. It can be very funny. There are times where I'm bent over cracking up at a TikTok I saw because I'm like, oh my God, that is so relatable, so accurate. And like I said, like, I enjoy making funny, like, dancing, whatever. Like, there are positive sides of it. But lately, oh my gosh, it has been a downer. So maybe, because also when something bad pops up on your For You page, you are going to look into it a little bit more, right? Like, especially with everything going on, you're like, okay, well, this information came out. I want to look into that. And then you get more of those TikToks. And then it just becomes a For You page, which is more and more bad things. So maybe you're right. Maybe the For You page is just...
That's what gets you, right? Like, when you get caught watching that video on, like, something negative, and then you click on that person's profile, and then you watch a couple more, and then the algorithm, like TikTok, says, oh, they just went to watch more of those, we'll give them more of those kinds
if they
of videos.
want that, let me see some more.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but it's like, obviously, if somebody posts about how they're losing their leg, I'm gonna swipe through all the pictures to see how it happened. Like,
crazy.
Like, that's they get me. So yeah, that's my rant on that, because I think gotta cut back the time. They gotta cut back the TikTok time.
Yep.
All right, let's get into the rest of the show.
Allocation.
Yeah, let's get into the rest of the show. We will be doing weekly watch report and, of course, our topics of the year.
Catch up on.
So let's get into it, starting off with the weekly watch report.
Before we get into all those fabulous TV show and movies we watched over the last couple of weeks, just a reminder, guys, that when you're juggling work, family, and life in general, things can feel chaotic. That's why Coors Light helps you find moments to unwind all year long. Whenever you need to hit reset, reach for a beer that's made to chill. Coors Light, like I said, made to chill. My chill is my Sundays. It's my relaxation day. It's the day to just watch football, unwind. Either, maybe I'm at a bar or maybe I'm sitting at home. Either way, I'm enjoying a nice Coors Light. That's the only beer out there that's literally made to chill, and that is Coors Light. The mountains on the bottles and cans even turn blue when your beer is cold. That way you always know when it's time to chill. So when it's time to unwind, Coors Light is the beer I reach for. So when you want to hit reset, grab the beer that's made to chill. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/chicks. And always celebrate responsibly from Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Welcome back to the weekly watch report, where we go through things that we watched this past week, and I guess the past 2 weeks, because we've been gone for a little bit. I'll get started because I think I have the shortest list. Pretty straightforward. The OC seasons 2 and 3, both seasons.
Phenomenal. You've gone through all 3.
I've gone through all 3. There's 4, but I'm on the 3rd one.
Well,
I'm done with the 3rd one.
Did you finish 3?
Finished.
4 is like the one people don't go back and watch, right?
No, but Marty did see the big end of the 3rd. Was not expecting it at all. I really threw him off his scent too, because he was like, is somebody gonna die? And I was like, this isn't Game of Thrones. They don't just kill a main character off. And he was like, you're so right.
Yeah.
He was
this is a teen drama.
Yeah, he was like, what? So that was fun. So I'm gonna rate the OC season 2.
Damn, I wish you recorded him watching this.
I was going to,
not even to post. Like, I just
know,
want to see it
but I didn't want to
myself.
like give it up to him that something bad was happening.
Yeah, fair.
Okay, the OC season 2. What did I rate? I rated the first one an A+. So I think the OC season 2, I'm going to give an A. And then season 3 gets like a C- or D. Besides the ending, obviously. season 3 is awful.
Yeah.
Season 3 is god awful. How many times does Ryan have to save Marissa from another guy who's in love with her?
Right.
And let me ask you this. Why is every guy in love with Marissa? Okay?
Fair.
Why is every guy in love with Marissa? Marissa has the personality of this fucking yellow wall when it was white.
I can't quite have the dialogue you want to have right now because I have not watched the OC like from the beginning in maybe like 8 years.
Marissa Cooper has the personality of this wall.
I mean, I feel like
and not even like I said when it was white, not yellow, because yellow has sunshine.
I feel like that has been discussed often enough that like her character really wasn't that great.
Why was every guy in love with her? That was my question. What? Summer's great.
Yeah.
Marissa Cooper?
Because they were supposed to be, I guess.
Marissa Cooper was such a drag. And you know, when I first watched it, my first time ever, I liked I didn't have any problem with Marissa. Watched it back a couple times and, you know, started realizing like she's an awful actress in the show. Like, just whatever. This time around, how many times is Ryan gonna have to go through the same thing with Marissa? Why couldn't Marissa just commit herself to Ryan? Why did Ryan have to punch everybody in the face? Just the third season was.
You're watching with a more critical eye.
I am, and I did some reading on it, and the producers and the director did say, the creators of the show, that the network wanted, well, the issues were behind the scenes of the cast, but the network wanted a more soap opera feel, and you can really feel that in the third season. Just ridiculous. Like, how many times are we going to do the same song and dance?
Yeah.
I was losing my mind in the third season. Marissa, why are you getting tricked into every guy that you become friends with? Why are they becoming fucking obsessed with you to the point where Ryan has to punch them all in the face? Anyways, Glass Onion.
Are you going to watch season 4?
Yes.
Okay.
Glass Onion, Knives Out.
Yeah.
Knives Out, Glass Onion.
Glass Onion and Knives Out mystery.
Yes. C.
What?
Come on. Okay, so the three of us all watched it. I couldn't disagree more.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
Just think about this.
I enjoyed the heck out of it.
You haven't seen the first one. You don't even know. This is a new movie. You watch it. That's not a C.
I don't think it's a C movie
I did not enjoy it. Straight up, I didn't enjoy it. I did not enjoy it. Okay, I'm wording it wrong. I didn't love it at all. I was very bored.
Yeah, I don't know how you were bored. Like, I felt I was captivated the whole time. I thought it was a good twist. When they start getting into, I love the format of that movie.
Not
like, I
better
love
than the first,
the format of the movie.
The format, the first one's an A.
Yeah. I just love the format of that. Like, you see everything happen, and then it's like it goes back, and it's like, well, here's really everything that happened. Like, I find that to be fascinating. I liked it. I thought the acting was superb.
Yeah.
I thought Kate Hudson was fantastic.
I love Kate Hudson
Janelle
so
Monáe
much.
was fantastic.
Kate Hudson might be my favorite actress.
Yeah, she was so good.
Favorite movie ever, Kate Hudson, Almost Famous.
Yeah. I thought Madeline Klein did a great job. I mean, I would love to Outer Banks. I'm going to put this out here for 2023 because Outer Banks season 3 is coming out in a couple months in the end of February. And we got to get her back on this show.
Madeline, please.
We
For the
need
love
to
of
get her back on
God.
the show. And even just on the side, I just want to talk to her about just being a part of that movie. It has to be so insane. Like when they did when the camera would show the full like big group shot of all of them. And I kept thinking like, she must be like, how the fuck did I end up here? Like, this is so sick. Yeah. She's making out with Ed Norton.
When she was on top of Ed Norton, I was like, she must have been thinking to herself, how the fuck am I on top of Ed Norton right now? Like I would be like, how am I on top of Ed Norton?
What a fucking unreal opportunity for her. And I thought she crushed it. So
she did a great job. It was a great part for her.
It was
a great part.
I thought she crushed it.
C movie though.
Unbelievable. Okay, well, we'll wait to give our grades.
Listen, I kind of zoned out halfway through the movie, and it wasn't like I was on my phone or anything. I watched it with my parents on my couch, phone down, because if I go on my phone during a movie, my parents get very upset. I start getting so bored, I completely zoned out. So to me, that means I wasn't captivated, and therefore I have to give it a C. I have to give it a C.
That's your truth.
That is. And then last up, Sex Lives of College Girls season 2. I watched the first 3 episodes last night.
I beat you to it. I watched all of 1 and 2 in the 2 days I had before flying to
I'm
Florida.
giving it an A.
Wow,
the first 3 episodes.
You like him more than the
I
first
like
season?
the second season better than the first.
I liked the second season a lot.
I was watching one of the episodes and I never watched. This is a show I watch alone.
Sex Lives of College.
Yeah, I don't, make Marty watch the show with me.
He would like it.
But I'm sure he would, but you need a show that you watch
totally
separately as well, and this is one of those.
Yep.
And last night I was watching it he said he had to record, but he was like, I'm just going to sit down for a little bit until I have to record. So he watched one episode with me, and it was just happened to be an episode where like every guy's shirt was off and like whatever. And he was like, is this just the show about naked men? He was like, what? He was like, this is the show you watch without me. He's like, I see why. It's just a bunch of naked guys all the time.
The transfer kid?
Yeah, and it was the one where he came in and he was like, what is this? I was like, I promise.
Yeah.
This is the first episode that it's been this way, where there's just naked guys all over the place. So
it's a good score. I like that.
I like the second season better so far.
Yeah.
I'm very captivated. And that's got to be it. I mean, I watched 2 seasons of the OC.
Yeah, you watched. Cut yourself off.
There's 25 episodes each season.
Yeah. I did Sex Lives of College Girls season 1 and 2. I would say season 1 for me was See, it's hard because I don't know. I think the first season edges it a little bit. So I think I would give the first season like an A- and the second season a B+. That's probably where I fall. Both very good. I was a little iffy on some of the way the second season ended. There's always like, they always do the cliffhanger type thing, which was fine when I had the second season to immediately watch after the first one. But now I'm like, gotta wait. And it's funny, it's like all by semester too. Like they come back for the second season. It's like right after Thanksgiving, but they all look different.
And I'm also like, it's the first year. Like, I sorry to cut you off, but I just want to note that I'm only on the 3rd episode and Bella is significantly more annoying.
What is your opinion
season.
on, don't spoil anything, but because Sarah was saying that she didn't think it was as bad as I was making it out to be, like what she did.
Said that.
I texted you after I finished the second season and I said I thought
you did.
Bella like murdered somebody the way you were talking about her. Like I thought she stabbed like I thought like something insane happened. She drunk drove and hit somebody, like something wild. Because you were unequivocally like, she's a bad person. Like, and I was like, okay, but that's so like Mindy Kaling writes those characters. She always has written a flawed character. Sometimes they get redemption, sometimes they don't. She's definitely more annoying. Like she does way more annoying stuff.
No, but like the first season, the jokes about the sex stuff were like funny. Yeah. The second season, it's like everything is about. She's like, oh my god, sex noises. Yeah, it's like, okay, shut up.
Yeah, it's
shut the fuck up.
No, it took a rough turn, but she like, I don't know. She's very similar to the character Mindy wrote for Never Have I Ever. Like, she's definitely selfish. Puts herself first.
I mean, she's
cares about boys too much, or like more boys over friends, and like has a big head.
Job over.
However, I thought Noah made it sound a lot worse than what. Like I finished the second season, I was like, that wasn't as bad as I.
Because it's one of those things where you can give the character like a redemption arc. Like it's a part of growing up. She's in college. She's making mistakes.
Yeah, I was talking to my sister about this because she had just finished it too, and I was like, you can't have 4 college besties freshman year, fall semester, where everybody gets along and they become best friends and there's not any moment where like somebody fucks up or like does something or like somebody hooks up with a guy they shouldn't have hooked up with. Like that shit, that happens in college. So like if it was just a show where nobody fucked each other over, like it's kind of boring.
It would be pretty boring. You're right.
Because we're before best friends where nothing ever happens.
Think about it. It's like when you go to your freshman year orientation and you think you're going to become best friends with the people in your orientation group, you never see them again.
Totally. And also like your freshman year roommates, you may never be like, some of these girls, the show might go on where they like fucking hate each other because they just, sometimes that happens where you have a falling out. So I feel like feels true to some vibes. It's definitely very silly and a lot like, you know, all the frat parties and whatnot. But it is, I really like the show.
God, it was freezing, the Naked Mile or whatever they were doing in the cold.
I know.
My God, my titties were getting cold watching.
Totally. It was very cold.
My ninnies were cold.
It was funny though, seeing like when they're just, you know, you don't like bring a jacket out and you're in like very tiny clothes. That happens a lot. I started Younger, just like a Younger rewatch. I love that show. I finished Emily in Paris and was like, I want something kind of similar. And I was just thinking Darren Star. And so I've been watching Younger from the beginning, watched the first 2 seasons, which I don't really have to grade because it's just it's a rewatch. Love it. I'm trying to think of reality. Salt Lake City I've been watching. It's taken a weird turn. Salt Lake City stays like a C. It's not really moving the needle for me too much right now. And movies. I watched Bullet Train. Brad Pitt. Enjoyable. High action. A lot of like it's nonstop action really. I'd give that I'd give it a B. I enjoyed it. Wasn't anything crazy. I love Aaron Taylor Johnson. There's a lot of talk about him being the next James Bond.
You guys ever see the movie Savages?
Yeah. Now I'll go way back. Savages was him, Blake Lively, and Taylor Kish, right?
Yep.
I don't think
way back. He did like a British teen drama. It wasn't even teen drama. Teen comedy movie called Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging.
Wait,
phenomenal movie. It was a book, but
no,
it's also
I know
movie.
Angus Thongs and Perfect.
Well, not everybody's seen Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging.
Right? Wasn't it on Nickelodeon?
They would play it on Nickelodeon a lot. He's the guy.
Oh, really?
Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging, and I loved him from then, and he was young, and then. He married the older lady, and I was like, this is kind of weird, but they seem happy. He was just Aaron Johnson or Aaron Taylor. Him and his wife combined their last names.
He's married to
Sam.
Oh, whoa. She's 55?
Yeah.
Whoa, hey.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. And they seem to be very happy. They've been married for 10 years. They have kids.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You don't usually see that in Hollywood.
No. So they definitely have a little bit of a funky setup, I would say. She's
director?
Yeah, she's a director.
Wow.
Very famous. She's done big movies. And I believe she met him doing a movie, I think.
Well, wishing them the best of luck.
They met on the 2009 set of the film Nowhere Boy, where he was 18 and she was 42.
Holy shit. And that's when they started dating?
And they announced their engagement at the film's premiere in October 2009.
What?
They got married in 2012, and they both took Taylor Johnson. Like, they combined their names, and they have 2 daughters together.
She was 42 and he was 18?
Yep.
You'd have a big problem with that if the roles were reversed.
Yeah, I don't love that.
That's kind of...
I never loved it either. That's why, literally, he did this movie, like, right after Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging, and I was like, what the fuck?
That's kind of strange.
I only remember him from Savages, which was my first rated R movie that I saw in theaters. Like, I've seen rated R movies. Nobody, I saw rated R movies before, but my first one in theaters, and they asked for my ID, and my sister's friend dropped her ID on the floor, and I picked it up and used it.
Wow, that's lucky.
No, like she did it on purpose.
Oh.
You never saw the Kick-Ass movies?
No, Kick-Ass movies are great.
Chloe Moretz is in them?
Yeah. He's great, and like I think he would be a great James Bond. But yeah, that was a very funny time in my life because I was 8th grade, freshman year of high school, like had the biggest crush on him because of Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging, and then a year later it was like he's marrying this 42-year-old director, and I was like, what the fuck?
That's strange.
And they say like they're still together. So it's like at what point is I don't know. Anyway,
he's gonna be 40. She's gonna be 70.
Yeah. Anyway, Bullet Train.
Not really, but like close.
Brad Pitt, great movie. Joey King was phenomenal. I thought she was very good. I watched Banshees of Inisherin.
I don't know.
Inisherin. Inisherin. I'm trying to say it how they say it in the movie. Inisherin. So watching it in the movie, like while I'm watching, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, kind of not like where I was kind of like, where is this going? And then it ended. And it took me like a couple days thinking about it and like thinking about the dialogue and like maybe some of the ideas behind it that I was like, that was a very good movie. But in the moment, I was kind of like, this is wacky.
It takes you off guard. Like when I went to the theater to see it, I was like, I didn't know what it was about. Really.
I don't know. I've never even heard of this.
I just knew that it was the two guys from In Bruges, which I don't know if you've seen that. But
so it is a Oscar, got a Best Picture Oscar nomination, and it's been talked about a lot. Very high. Very high, like, critic score. Colin Farrell. And Gleason.
Yeah.
I forget. There's a bunch of his sons are also actors. And
Brendan Gleeson.
Basically, it's like, only because I looked it up afterwards, but basically people are saying it was kind of like an allegory for the Irish Civil War. Like, it's happening during the Civil War. It's in like the 20s. And it was like they're friends who one of them just says one day, like, I don't want to be friends anymore. And it just like they fight, takes a weird turn.
Takes a
very weird turn at points. And then it just kind of ends. And it's kind of just like basically a look at how they were fighting with their neighbors, and then they just like.
I'll say I don't think Rhea would like it.
I don't know about that, because there is like the thing is you have to like power through it, because I would say about half hour in I was like I could turn this off right now and be fine. Mm-hmm. So by the time I got to the end, and then like by the time I took a couple days to think about it, and we watched it all together, like me and my siblings and everybody, and like JB texted us today and was like, now that I have had a few days to digest, that was a really good movie.
The way it's shot too,
it's just,
like,
and the really dialogue is really funny. Like, it's where it's not like laugh out loud funny, but when you think back on the lines after, you're like, okay, that was very funny.
You know who's really good? The kid. What's his name?
Yeah. Barry Cohen.
Yeah.
I think that's how you say his name. So I would recommend giving it a shot. It's free on HBO Max. I think I gave it
an A or an A-.
Banshees, yeah. I would give it an A-.
Okay, maybe I would like it then.
Yeah.
I will never forget the time at your house in Florida when me, Joe, and your dad and JB went outside to smoke.
Yeah.
And we came back inside and we were about to watch Uncut Gems, and your grandparents came walking through the door.
Yeah.
And we were like, what? And your dad was cracking up.
Oh my God.
And then we watched.
Because he knew they were coming and he didn't tell anybody.
And I was like, why did he smoke with us and put us through that? And then we watched Uncut Gems with your entire family.
Yeah, that was a heart attack.
And that was a hard movie.
Yeah, it was.
Uncut Gems was a roller coaster.
Did you like it?
I remember we were all like, we genuinely were like, what? Yeah. Like, we were all just taking it in at the end, like, what? I did not like it.
I did not like it, but I didn't love it. Like,
yeah, I was like very confused.
And then for me, Glass Onion is an A- as well. I really liked Glass Onion.
I'm glad.
I enjoyed it.
Listen, I was so excited for it, so that's why maybe that's why I was
really
let down.
think going to the theater though, like, changes your perspective on a lot of things. Like,
totally.
I think like if I had, like, I saw Babylon and I love Babylon, but I really still want to go to the theater and see it because I'm like, this would just be so.
Oh
much
wait,
better.
Babylon's in theaters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it at home.
Oh shit, maybe I'll go see it. You should go see it.
I love Babylon.
That's all I got.
Oh, all right.
Those were my 3 movies.
All right, everyone, gear up.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm gonna
go quick through some, because
some of them are just dumb.
There's some movies that I imagine people have no idea what you're talking about.
No, yeah, and like those ones suck. Like, Glass Onion. I would give it an A-. I have all the grades down already.
Perfect.
I just been like noting them when I watch. Babylon, I give an A+.
Wow.
Like, I was like, he's done 3 movies: Whiplash, La La Land, Babylon. I love all of them. I might like La La Land a little bit more, but Babylon is just like,
I've never seen La La Land. Should I watch that?
Yeah.
You've never seen La La Land?
No.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
Feels like something I would love, right?
La La Land's great.
Amazing. And I don't even like
musicals.
musicals.
Want to make it in Hollywood or something like that?
You should watch La La Land.
But Babylon is wild. Like
Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
The one thing I would say is it's like very, very long. But I never had a problem with it. But other people I know do. Like it's like over 3 hours.
Oh fuck
yeah, you lose.
But
me.
it's so fast in the way that it's like you wouldn't even know. Like there's never a break. Like it's always the way that it's shot. Some of the camera shots, like
I
it's
hate
insane.
movies that are
That's
3
too long.
hours.
I'll try it.
Besides Once Upon a Time in
this
Hollywood.
is the thing. I will go.
I saw that in theaters 3 times.
I will
Babylon
watch. Like I know you're saying like that's a movie you want to see in theaters. I don't want to see a 3-hour movie in theaters.
Oh, I do.
Like
Because
that's
if
just such.
no, because
I'd rather be home and watch a 3-hour movie.
because I know that if I'm home, I'll check my phone a couple times. Like I'm not fully in it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Unless it's a Marvel movie, which or Harry Potter I've seen in theaters. Those are long.
I might go see Babylon in theater. I was gonna see The Whale the other day, but I like that seems so depressing. I'm like I don't really want to go see that.
Yeah.
I saw The Fablemans. Didn't love it, honestly. I give that a B.
Okay.
And could even be lower, but I'll give Steven Spielberg a little boost. But
How nice of you.
Shocking.
He really appreciates
Shocking.
that.
Noah takes
Yeah.
into account the life of Steven Spielberg and his grades.
well, it is about his life.
I know.
But yeah, I was kind of like, I don't know. It's like depressing too. And his mom is like really hateable, like just as a character in person. I watched this terrible movie, one of the worst movies I've ever seen on Netflix. It's called Riot. It's laughably bad. Like I was laughing. Like it was so bad.
Riot?
It seems fake. It's like I don't even know how to describe it. It's about this guy who goes into prison. Like it's the worst movie I've ever seen.
Really?
Probably. I give it an F.
Came out in 2015.
It's so bad. Like the choreographed fights are so bad. Like the line. There was one time where he goes like,
Where
"Shut
did
your
you even
face."
find
Like
this?
it's just the worst movie I've ever seen. It just popped up on Netflix, and I'm like, I'll watch it. I need to look at what
Interesting.
that has on Rotten Tomatoes. 'Cause
No,
it is-
I was just going to look. I don't think it's like it's.
Oh no, it has no ratings.
It doesn't
on
even
Rotten
have any
Tomatoes.
ratings. Like
Yeah.
it's like that's how irrelevant the movie is. It was never even reviewed.
No, Chuck Liddell is the villain in it.
Chuck Liddell's in it.
Yeah, it's
Dolph
so,
Lundgren.
So
I mean,
bad.
no. How did you?
It
It has a 28% audience score, and it has a 0. Like, there's not even a
critic
number. There's not even a number.
No critics even watched it.
It says 0 tomato meter, not blank, 0 reviews.
It is the worst thing I've ever seen. But it's one of those that's so bad that it's like like you're laughing. Like,
only an hour and a half.
How was this made? Like honestly, like it's.
Yeah.
And how did
I might
anyone,
put it on just to laugh.
It's crazy. Like it's.
What else you got?
I finished the Chippendale show.
Oh.
7 and 8, episode 7 and 8. I'll give those episodes a B. Like
What about the show as a whole?
the show as a whole? Probably a B too. But like the story itself, I never had heard of, and it's crazy. Like the story, I don't know if you know about it. I guess I won't spoil it, even though it's true. But Kumail was like very good, like great job on his part. But I don't know, kind of tailed off. I enjoyed the beginning episodes more. Some of these I don't even remember. The Invitation on Netflix, I think is on Netflix.
Yeah, it is on Netflix.
That's a movie I watched. What is that even about? I can't even remember, but I gave that a D, so it's not good. This is the guy who's from, what's his name?
Oh, is this Thomas Doherty?
Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was really bad.
Is he a vampire?
Yeah, which I didn't know. I just started watching it, and I didn't know what it was about. And then I was like, oh, wait, they're vampires? Like, this is so dumb. I watched White Noise, Adam Driver movie.
Yeah. How was that?
I wasn't really a big fan of it. My family liked it more. I gave that a C+.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of a weird movie. I didn't really know what I was getting into, and wasn't a huge fan.
I don't know anything about that one except Adam Driver's in it.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be more of like a disaster movie, and that wasn't really the main focus.
Oh, it's
of
Greta Gerwig too, and
Yeah,
Don
she's in
Cheadle.
it. Yeah, no, there's some good actors, and I just wasn't a huge fan of it. I think it's like all a metaphor, like for some, which I don't know.
It's a metaphor for something.
No, it's I don't want to spoil it, but like,
Okay.
all right, I'm over halfway. Don't worry. Into the Deep. I'm like, some of these I honestly can't remember. Into the Deep.
Into the deep.
Did you just like click on shit and just see what would happen?
Into the Deep.
Matthew Daddario's in Into the Deep.
My guy, Matthew Daddario, who I had to fake my orgasms for.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
The amount of times I've told that story.
You know the story. This movie came out this year. Mystery and thriller action, Into the Deep.
Yeah.
Is that the
Matthew
one we're talking about?
Daddario was
They're
in
on
my
a boat.
acting class.
They're on a boat, yeah.
And I had to
Jess is swept off her feet by a mysterious stranger named Ben.
Yeah. No, this one actually, I gave it a C. It wasn't terrible. The story was kind of like, I was like, where's this going to go?
It has a 17%.
Yeah, no, it was bad. It was bad, but like it wasn't as bad as the other ones I saw. Like the ones I just
How's Matthew Daddario doing in his acting?
He was believable as like a bad guy, I guess. Like
he looks handsome in these pictures.
He's a handsome guy. I mean, he's Alexander Daddario's brother.
Yeah.
You know what's weird though? Like you never see them publicly claiming the other one.
Taking ownership of their
I mean,
of their
the
sibling.
Chalamet's not really do that either.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you and Gia don't either.
No.
What do you mean?
That
Gia
really
was
throws
in that
people off. I'm
kidding.
Nepo Baby article.
Yeah.
I like the girls in this one.
Oh
Maybe
my
that-
God, this is so.
Maybe that helped the score.
funny.
You know when you open up your.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, but you said that you would say the same thing about Matthew
No,
Daddario.
fair.
No, I wouldn't.
What?
That because I like the person, I'd give it a better score.
Like you would watch it and be more like captivated if you had like a crush on the main guy.
She's not saying she has a crush on him.
I don't
She
have
just
a crush
I'm
on
just
Matthew
saying-
Daddario.
I'm not
Me and
saying
Matthew
crush,
Daddario have a long history
No,
together.
I'm saying I'm not saying like in real life. I'm saying like, oh, that person was attractive.
It's still that doesn't.
It
honestly,
doesn't do it, but-
That does not pump my ratings for things.
It doesn't pop.
I think more for
it
Fran
might have been a
probably
C
would, but not
minus,
for me.
but since I was like, oh, everyone in this movie is attractive, I'll maybe it bumps up to a C.
There is something about watching something with attractive people.
I mean, yeah,
No,
like,
it definitely helps.
It
Look,
helps.
if I end up with a crush on the actor at the end of the movie, I like the movie better.
yeah,
Than,
I like the two main
fair.
girls in it.
Yep.
Sue me.
Okay, next movie.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I feel like I'm fact checking his movies. I'm like,
I'm-
because he doesn't even
he's
remember.
fact-checking his own
He doesn't even
movies,
remember
right?
what movies he watched.
These bad movies are me just scrolling and I just click on it because it looks semi.
How many more?
Okay, not that many more. Not that many more. How do you know? Oh, how do you know with Reese Witherspoon and Owen Wilson? This is an older movie,
Okay.
2010. Paul Rudd.
Oh, I've seen that.
I gave it a C plus. Like,
I've seen that. Nothing
Yeah,
special.
nothing special
Yeah,
at
it
all.
wasn't. No.
yeah, I didn't really. Whatever. Oh, I watched this terrible movie Jexy with Adam.
Oh my God.
Did you see that?
My dad,
Jexy?
my parents watched it. They said it was so,
So bad.
What's that?
It's like a movie about Alexa,
Adam Devine.
but I guess it's
Oh.
named
It's
Jexy.
basically like her. Have you ever
Is it
seen?
your movie idea?
Well, so that's why that's what happened. My parents called me and they were like, "We watched this movie Jexy. They stole your movie idea."
Oh, Alexandra Shipp.
no.
Alexandra Shipp's in it. Remember?
Oh,
Friend of
yeah.
the program.
But
Rose
Rose
Byrne is
Byrne.
in
you
it.
remember my movie idea about Alexa?
Yes.
I'm telling my parents, swear to God, called me and said they stole your movie idea.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's basically like, have you ever seen the movie Her with Joaquin
Yeah,
Phoenix?
yeah.
It's like that, but more like a jokey one.
Right.
but
It says it's a comedy.
It's so dumb.
I said 21% on Rotten Tomatoes, but sometimes you see a very skewed critic to audience. Critic 21, audience 71. Does that sound terrible?
I give it a C minus.
I mean, that's like a
Yeah.
close to it.
Yeah. All right, 3 left.
Okay.
Slow Horses, season 1. I watched. This is a new Apple
Oh, you
TV
told
show.
us about this.
Yeah. I think it's really good. I haven't watched season 2 yet. They're both out. I'm not really sure if they both came out at the same time or, but Gary Oldman is in it. Very good. Very good. I give it an A minus.
2 seasons.
Um,
Oh, Olivia Cook is in it.
yeah,
Girl
it's
from
really,
House of the Dragon.
it's really good. I watched Kaleidoscope, the whole show, in one day, and I give that a B plus. I know that I was surprised when I looked up
I
afterwards.
don't know anything about this show. I've just seen people being like, "What's your order?" And I'm like, "What the fuck does that mean?"
I refuse to watch this show.
I
for
was
that
surprised when I looked
Yeah.
it up afterwards to see that it didn't get like great.
It's got
reviews.
bad reviews. So I looked it up
Because people are
yesterday.
like, the actual story is boring, but like it's all about the whole like. way
Listen,
you watch
I haven't watched it, but I'm glad it's not getting amazing reviews because I hate that.
No.
Like you could pick which order you
Here's the thing,
watch
you
the
don't-
show in.
Right.
No, I know
Or
you're
will
telling
Netflix
me
generates it
no,
for you.
no. Here's the thing: you don't pick. Netflix generates it for you.
But you could
But
also
here's the thing:
pick yourself.
you also could just pick it for
Yeah,
yourself.
people are mad because the main thing is you have to end with white, and a lot of people didn't know that. So people would watch the white episode and it would just ruin the show.
Oh.
So it's like, oh, pick any episode you want, but by the way, you have to end
But
with
make
white.
sure it's not white.
Like, that's too much homework for
No,
a
but
show.
like, I
should
just watched
click,
the order that it
I
gave
should
me.
just click
You-
play on a show.
They
Netflix gave you your order and you watched
They
it.
randomized an order for every user.
Yeah.
You could really, if you really want to, like, because I'm sure people are looking at, like, what's the actual best way to watch it. Like, you could pick. But I enjoyed it, and I thought it was a cool idea, the way that they did
That's
it.
why you'll
It's
never.
an innovative idea for sure.
That's why you'll never get me to watch Star Wars.
Why?
Because I have no idea which order to watch it in.
I would just watch it in release order, probably.
Star Wars is very easy to figure out how to watch.
Star Wars, they always people change the order all the time.
No,
No,
you watch it in the order the movies were released.
Fran, I'm telling you, people change
No,
the
I'm
order.
sure
of
there's
Star
some people
Wars.
who are like, no, you have to watch it like chronologically, like in the movie, but like I wouldn't do that.
That's also not the only reason why I'm not watching Star Wars. I have no interest in
Yeah,
Star
yeah,
Wars.
yeah.
But Kaleidoscope, way too much pressure. I tweeted this. It's why I didn't raise my hand in school. I don't want to be. Why I gotta take a guess.
Yeah.
Nope.
Fair. So fair.
Last one I watched. This was yesterday. I watched another bad movie that just popped up on my Netflix. Called The Second. And I give that a D.
So you didn't really watch a lot of great things.
You know what's so funny? I feel like there's so many times when I see the Netflix where it gives you the option to just like press the random button and it just gives you a movie. I'm like, who?
I don't do that.
I'm like, who uses that? You basically do
I
that.
basically do.
You might as well start using that
No,
feature.
because sometimes I just know that like, oh, you know what? I just want to eat snacks and like watch a movie that's like okay. I didn't watch Slow Horses Season 2 because I'm like, I'm not in the right mindset. Like, I just want to watch a bad movie or like something that's semi-entertaining.
Sounds like you watched a few.
Yeah. You know Ryan Philippe?
Yes.
Duh.
He was the main star in this one, but
Ryan Felipe.
it was not good at all.
Jeez.
That's a D. But yeah, that's
A lot of stinkers for you.
yeah. But anyways, Babylon. Great.
Babylon's by
By
your highlight.
far. I mean, that's by far the best thing I've watched this
Yeah, I think
break.
Glass Onion was my favorite of the three. Although Banshees is climbing up the list the more I think about it, but it was it's a funky movie.
Wait, did I
funky movie.
have this Margot Robbie debate with you guys, or was that over break with other people? Where I said I think I put a poll up. Who do you think is a better actress, Margot Robbie or Jennifer Lawrence?
You put a poll
You
up.
put a poll up. You
And-
didn't talk about that with us.
Margot Robbie
who
won.
won the poll?
I voted Margot Robbie.
won. I was having this argument with my brother, but you
I voted Margot Robbie.
I think you.
I may have voted. I feel like I may have voted for Jennifer Lawrence. However, that's just a personal preference.
Yeah.
Like I do think maybe Margot edges her out slightly, but like I haven't seen Babylon. I just think like as far as crazy like movie roles, neither of them have had anything.
Here's the thing,
crazy.
I think that everything
That's been like a magnificent performance.
Jennifer Lawrence has had great performances, but I could see Margot Robbie playing all the roles she's played. There's no world where I could see Jennifer Lawrence playing what she did in Babylon. Like I just could not see it. I don't think she could do I, Tonya. Like I don't think she could do those type of roles.
Yeah, I think.
Right, I mean, I
think
couldn't
never
see
Babylon
Jennifer.
because-
I couldn't see Jennifer Lawrence doing fucking Harley Quinn. Like
Yeah.
You mean
Margot
yeah,
Robbie's
no,
Harley
yeah,
Quinn.
yeah, yeah.
Like
No, yeah. I'm just saying. I
Margot
think she has
Robbie
way more
has
range.
done more of a range than Jennifer Lawrence has.
Yeah.
But I think Margot Robbie did that on purpose because she didn't want to be typecast because of Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, I
so
just
she
think
was like,
she's
I need
like-
to be like.
Yeah.
Like you'll see in Babylon, like just like dancing, like all this stuff. Like yeah,
I think they're both great.
yeah.
But yeah, I think that's fair. I mean Margot's had probably more of a variety. I think people were talking. Did you watch? You watched the last Jennifer Lawrence movie that came out that everybody said was like the dark.
What is that called?
That wasn't not dark, but it was like people were saying it was one of her better performances.
Yeah, what was that called?
I don't remember.
Causeway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like thinking it was like okay, but very depressing, and I didn't really love it.
Yeah. Also, I don't know how much you take into consideration, but
What?
Jennifer Lawrence has won Academy Awards.
Did she win for what? Silver Linings Playbook?
I'm pretty sure
I don't think she did. Or wait, yeah, because she like tripped or something. Like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure she has. And I also think for that movie very early on in her career.
Oh, she doesn't know. She won best. Wait, she won.
She won Best Actress for Silver Linings Playbook. She's won 3 Golden Globe Awards for Silver Linings Playbook and Joy. Best Supporting Actress for American Hustle. She didn't win for that, but she was nominated for something with bones in the title. I forget the name of it. Winter's Bone. I think she got nominated for. But she won Best Actress for Silver Linings Playbook.
Oh. Margot Robbie's been nominated a couple times, but yeah.
But she doesn't have a win.
Yeah, but award shows are all fake. Anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
That's true.
All right, that wraps up the Weekly Watch Report. Everybody knows by now how much we love Pink Whitney. Congrats to the winner of our Pink Whitney board that was signed with all of our special guests. We love Pink Whitney, whether we're getting ready for a show, we do the shots on stage of Pink Whitney, or if we're just going out for a night out, pick up a bottle, pregame with it, or if you're at your local bar, you can order Pink Whitney shot, you can order a Pink Whitney drink, whatever drink of choice you want to mix with Pink Whitney, but Pink Whitney is always the drink of choice. So remember, make sure you're trying drink Pink Whitney if you haven't tried it already, or if you have tried Pink Whitney, keep drinking it, share it with your friends. Make sure you go to your local bar, pick it up today from your local liquor store. Do not miss out on the beauty and deliciousness that is Pink Whitney. All right, topic time.
Topic train. What is that from? Z100. Greg, so whose topic train is it?
Oh,
Elvis Duran.
Yeah, Elvis Duran in the morning show. The morning show. Did you
Choo
watch the War of the
choo.
Roses? We've talked
Topic
about this.
train. No.
You never listened. You never heard War of the
Yes.
Roses? When they would call.
Yes.
Anyways,
Greg T's topic train?
that sounds more accurate.
I think it might be Greg T's topic train.
Selena Gomez.
Choo. Ria's topic train.
Selena Gomez and Nicola Peltz. Besties. So
absolutely fascinating.
This came out of nowhere. I mean, it came out around Selena Gomez's documentary. When that came out, there were pictures of them having like a little slumber party. And then over the break, they were celebrating New Year's together. And
all of a sudden, they're in a throuple.
Selena Gomez said, they're called a throuple and whatever. But this makes me question Selena Gomez. And I hate to say it. And
I don't think you're the only one that feels that way.
Because I was a fan of Nicola Peltz, actually, because I watched Bates Motel. She was in Bates Motel years ago when it was on TV. I would watch it. And I thought she was a really good actress. And I was like, oh, who is this girl? So it was Nicola Peltz. Had been following her for a while. Then she started dating Brooklyn Beckham. They got married. And then I started watching YouTube videos of Nicola Peltz and Brooklyn Beckham. And I was like, right, just not anybody I would hang out with. I think seems very sweet.
Right.
And, it's not that I have anything bad to say per se about them. I just way different worlds,
right.
Just totally different worlds.
No, and it's more like it's more of a hang situation too. Like I see them and I'm like, oh, I don't like they're at the bottom of my list of people I would want to be in a celebrity throuple with.
Right, exactly.
Like if I'm Selena Gomez, of all the married couples I could insert myself into,
Nicola Peltz and Brooklyn Beckham are not up there.
Are not on there.
They just seem kind of blah.
Yeah, and
they seem nice and in love, and
they do. No, they're definitely obsessed.
They're definitely obsessed with each other, and I love that.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. It's just there's something, and there's just something about their YouTube videos that I remember when we watched them, and we were just like, "What is going on?"
For sure.
Like, it just felt. I don't know. I don't see where Selena Gomez fits into them. But maybe we just don't. Maybe they're more buttoned up because of their families. So so we don't see this other side of them that people in their real life see because they have to present a different persona to the public. Mm-hmm. That could be it. But I was pretty confused. I
definitely see what you're saying, and I do think like when I first saw the pictures, I was like, did they go on a trip for New Year's Eve, the three? Like that, the first time, because at first it was not blatantly obvious that there were other people with them.
Right.
So I was like, oh, okay, this is an accelerated friendship. look like they got tattoos together.
They did get matching tattoos.
They both say Angel. Like, it just, I think it says, I think it opened both of our eyes more to like, what does it say about Selena? Because I feel like she has these friendships that just burn really hard and fast, and then they're just out, you know? Like, not that she's not friends with those people anymore, but, you know, she's got friendship tattoos with other people, and now here's a new friendship tattoo. I mean, we have a friendship tattoo, but I don't see myself getting a friendship tattoo with anybody else anytime soon.
I'll say this. Me and you are the only ones that have a friendship tattoo. Me and Brianna have a matching tattoo, but not because we went into it getting matching tattoos.
Yeah, yes.
We just happen to have the same tattoo.
That's very different.
That is.
I thought you were gonna be like, yeah, but we're not friends.
No. Me and Brianna are friends, but we
No.
would never call them matching friendship tattoos. We just happen to have the same tattoo.
For sure.
Me and you got matching friendship
tattoos.
tattoos. And I don't plan on getting a matching friendship tattoo with anybody else.
I agree. Shake on that.
Yeah.
I'm glad we made that decision. So like I'm just kind of like, what's going on here? And then when I did see the pictures, I saw some familiar faces. Raquel was in the pictures. I was like, oh, okay, phew.
Oh, thank God, there's other people there.
You know, I feel better when she's around. Some people probably disagree with that, but that's how I feel about it. And so it was just like a lot. And then did you see David Beckham posted with the whole family on his Instagram for New Year's Eve and was like, Happy New Year's Eve, missing you at Brooklyn, like only tagged Brooklyn and not Nicola. It's like,
no. But I can't get enough of their family
it's
drama.
Just like,
I can't.
I know all of them.
I know Victoria Beckham and Nicola Peltz hate each other. Nicola Peltz Beckham. I'm sorry, I keep doing that.
But they're all
I know they hate each other.
They're all, it's like a family photo that David Beckham posted. And in the caption wrote like, missing you, Brooklyn Beckham, but not his wife.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like, and which, you know, maybe that's not a big deal. Maybe it is. In my mind,
no,
if
you
I
gotta
was
include
married,
the wife. You always include the wife.
Exactly. Like if it was like, I would have put both of them.
My brother,
Happy New Year from the Beckhams. We love you at Brooklyn Peltz Beckham. We miss you.
That's so fucked
Heart
up.
2023.
I'm making this about myself, of course, but my brother, I gave him the Sylvester Stallone video, right? My brother posted it on his Instagram.
Yeah.
And tagged both me and Marty thanking us.
You know what? I saw that and was like, Marty had nothing to do with this.
And Marty told him multiple times he had nothing to do with it. And my brother goes, I know, but you know,
you're just
you're a team.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's very nice of you.
Yeah.
That is so nice. So imagine that.
No, I know.
They can't even say that's his wife.
I know. Even if like, even where I am now,
we miss you guys
in a like 5+ year relationship, that if I had, like if Joe and I were on a trip and his whole family was together and they took a picture and they were just like, we miss you, Joe, I'd be like, what the fuck?
That would be so fucked up. I would be like, friend, that's fucked up. Anybody would say that's fucked up.
Right, because I feel
because
I'm included.
Yes.
So
and
clearly she's just not included.
And they would obviously say, we miss you, Joe and Francesca.
Yep. Exactly.
So
it says a lot,
Victoria Beckham and Nicola hate each other. That's my theory.
And they're just on yachts. This is also my favorite time of year when it comes to celebrities on yachts. It's always the New Year's Eve trips. They're always in St. Bart's or some island on the yachts. It looked like Selena and they were on a yacht somewhere. I think they were in Mexico. The Miles Teller and Kelly and Camille Kosick and Gronk and Kygo, they've all been on a yacht looking at their stuff. Leo's on a yacht with a bunch of hot chicks, apparently.
Obviously.
Always. So it's the time of this is yacht season right now. It's always New Year's Eve. Tons of yacht pictures of celebrities, but that was by far the New Year's Eve hangout that confused me the most.
So we were talking about TikTok and everyone's trying to find their information on there, and you're asking people, oh my God, I have this weird thing on my skin. What is it? And you ask TikTok, no. Look no further than ZocDoc. Stop going to TikTok for all of your medical diagnosis and head on to ZocDoc and find yourself a real doctor. ZocDoc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient reviewed, take your insurance, are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. I've used ZocDoc before because if you're in a place that you don't have your usual doctor, go on to ZocDoc, find out what you need, what's wrong with you, and a bunch of doctors will come up that will help you. There's no more doctor roulette or scouring the internet for questionable reviews. ZocDoc has it all for you, and it is your trusted guide to finding the doctor that fits you. Millions of people use ZocDoc's free app all day, every day, and book a doctor right in their neighborhood. Go to ZocDoc.com/office and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. You'll get one fast. So that's ZocDoc.com/office, ZocDoc.com/office. Moving on to a great rivalry, one that I love.
I love it.
Andy Cohen versus Ryan Seacrest, and I am Team Andy Cohen all the way.
This is
I couldn't
so
be
funny.
more Team Andy Cohen. Him being like his pettiness towards Ryan Seacrest.
It's so funny to me. So like, and I don't even really know if there's too much substance to it, but I am building it in my head that these two are like gonna do like a celebrity boxing match.
Who's the better host?
Yes, like so. We're
Andy
gearing
Cohen
up.
would beat the
We're
shit out of
we're,
him.
we're
Yeah.
gearing up for the CNN New Year's. Everybody's freaking out because allegedly Andy and Anderson are like not allowed to drink, and everyone's like, "Well, what the fuck? That's the best part of the show. Like, let them drink." And Ryan Seacrest said something along the lines of, it's probably best that they don't drink.
Well,
because
Ryan
they film
Seacrest was so petty about it.
Yeah, they film their shows like right next to each other.
Yeah.
It's like ABC or whatever station Ryan is on, and their CNN setup are right next to each other. And so I guess, from watching them last year, he's like, oh, it's probably for the best. He made some comment, like a little passive, like, oh, probably for the best, something like that.
Or so, and I think he said something like, I don't drink at the job.
Yeah,
or something like that.
And so New Year's goes by, and they do their shows. Andy and Anderson not drinking like they
Andy was
usually.
like, I need tequila.
Yeah, like they're making him take fucking shots of like stupid shit as a joke and all these things. So they're laughing. Andy made a joke about having edibles in his pocket. And then Ryan, who does, Live with Kelly and Ryan, Kelly Ripa and Andy Cohen are very close, besties. And on their show, Ryan tells Kelly, like, I think everything went well. I actually tried to wave to them. And Anderson turned around and was like, good, have a great show. Like, have a great show. Like how Anderson talks. Like, and he said thanks. And then he goes, and Andy didn't turn around. And Kelly's like, oh no, like that's not like she's like trying to defend Andy Cohen, and like because they're really very close. Like she segues it into being like, oh well, I saw Ben and Lucy, like I saw the kids yesterday, like they're very close. And Ryan Seacrest tries to make it seem like Andy Cohen just totally fucking blew him off, like just being like,
That's
I'm not
so
trying to
funny to me. Like, I'm sorry,
and so now
it's just
Andy,
very funny.
And so now Andy Cohen is like, oh, I didn't see him. It's just Andy Cohen's response was like, oh, I must have missed it. I didn't see him. So it's just it's an all-time back and forth that I really think I just love it. I think it's very
We
funny.
don't need to see Andy Cohen and Ryan Seacrest reunite together and take a picture and be like, we're good. We don't need to see that. We need to have an imaginary feud between the two hosts in our heads.
I know. Well, and so this morning, Andy Cohen went on Ryan Seacrest's show, which I'm now learning in real time as I just looked this up.
And Andy Cohen went on the show.
Yeah. And Andy said, I didn't know where we stood, Ryan. I gotta tell you something. I like watching people fight. I don't like fighting with people. And then Ryan said, well, we're not. That's the funny thing. Like, we're not fighting. Seacrest told the audience there is no feud and that he and Cohen have been friends for more than a decade. The question of their pal status arose Tuesday when Seacrest said Cohen never acknowledged him on New Year's Eve. Cohen used his SiriusXM show Wednesday to set the record straight by saying, I never saw him. The assumption was that a feud was brewing because the two have exchanged jabs for years, most recently over the notion whether New Year's Eve hosts should be allowed to drink on air. And this is... Okay, so Andy Cohen said, this is really an Anderson thing. I called Anderson and yelled at him on the radio yesterday. I was on my radio show yesterday. I said, Anderson, typically when one of us sees Ryan behind us, one of us will nudge the other to say, hey, there's Seacrest. And he's mad that Anderson didn't give him a nudge to be like, hey, say hi to Seacrest. I don't care if these two are on Ryan's show clearing the air or doing whatever they are. There's some bad blood between these two, and you cannot tell me otherwise. I don't believe it. Even if, like, no one wants to look like the bad guy here. So it's like, if Ryan invited Andy on the show, Andy's not going to say no. Because then Ryan would say on his show, I invited Andy and he said no.
Right. And you know Andy Cohen's talking shit about Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah,
100%.
Totally.
Him and John Mayer are going to dinner and Andy Cohen is cracking up talking shit about Ryan Seacrest.
And Kelly Ripa's just in between.
Yeah.
Kelly's definitely team
Oh my
Andy.
God. Kelly Ripa and Andy. Kelly Ripa went
I don't
over
care
to
how much
see
Kelly
the
and Ryan
kids
do
to
their show
talk
together.
about Ryan.
Yeah, for sure. It's just like, I just hope that this continues for New Year's Eves in the future, where they feel like they have to have little spats.
I like it. It spices things up.
Yeah, it does. Knowledge is power, and when you know more, you can make better decisions for your body, your health, and your future. There aren't many decisions bigger than having a kid, but for many women, their fertility is a big question mark. That's why Modern Fertility was created. It's an easy and affordable way to test your fertility hormones at home with a simple finger prick. Mail it in with a prepaid label and you'll get your personalized results within 6 business days. You'll get insight into your hormone levels, like your ovarian reserve, which is if you have more or fewer eggs than average for your age, and other important factors that can impact your fertility. The results go deep into what every hormone means, and you can also download the results to review with your doctor for next steps. Traditional hormone testing at a fertility clinic can cost over $600, but Modern Fertility tests the same general set of hormones for only $179. And if you go to modernfertility.com/chicks, you can get $20 off your test. Plus, you can get reimbursed for the test through your FSA HSA. If you want kids today, or maybe one day in the future, clinically sound info about your body can help you make the decision that's right for you. Right now, Modern Fertility is offering our listeners $20 off the test when you go to modernfertility.com/chicks. That means your test will cost $159, which is a fraction of what it would cost at a fertility clinic. So get $20 off your fertility test when you go to modernfertility.com/chicks. That's modernfertility.com/chicks. Okay, Prince Harry's book comes out next week, January 10th. I have it pre-ordered. I can't fucking wait. There are so many articles because they must have, the embargo on press obviously was up on Thursday where everybody was able to write about what's happening in this book. Page 6 has written no less than 30 articles today.
If you go on to page 6
about this book,
if you scroll, it's
I'm
everything.
going to read some of them. These are all the top page 6 headlines right now. Every single one of them has to do with Harry, except for Julia Fox hints that Drake gifted her Chanel bags on best date. That's the only one in the top stories. I'll read some of the headlines. I'm honestly like, I don't want to click them because I'm going to read the book. I feel like the entire book is on page 6 right now. Prince Harry snapped at Meghan Markle in cruel fight that led to therapy. Prince Harry claims Prince William recoiled from Meghan Markle's hug. Tormented Prince William feels guilt over Charles's affair. Prince Harry details losing his virginity to older woman in quick ride.
What?
Quick ride.
Prince Harry once believed Diana faked her own death to escape press. It's fucking crazy. Queen's opinion of tequila-loving Chelsea Davy played role in Prince Harry breakup. That was his serious girlfriend from years ago. Charles didn't hug Prince Harry after revealing Diana died in car crash. Prince Harry admits he lied, actually did cocaine as a teenager. Shocking, not shocking.
Bad boy.
You're telling me Prince Harry admits watching Meghan Markle's Suits sex scenes was a mistake. King Charles made cruel jokes about Prince Harry's real dad. King Charles blamed himself for Prince Harry's mental health issues. Prince William, Kate Middleton were religious fans of Suits.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Meghan.
Why wouldn't they just do a roundup huge article?
I
Why
don't
is
know.
there
It
a
is
billion
so
articles?
many.
They're milking it.
Meghan Markle reprimanded for comment about Kate Middleton's baby brain, Harry claims. Prince William was gone forever after Kate Middleton wedding. Charles told Diana his work was done after spare Harry was born. Prince Harry, William urged Charles not to marry Camilla, feared wicked stepmother. I love wicked stepmother. Prince Harry calls Prince William his arch nemesis. What are we doing here? What the fuck are we doing here?
It's every single article on page 6.
What's crazy is I also really didn't.
We were like, what should we talk about today? Oh, there's 20 headlines about Prince Harry.
I did not think that this book was going to be this juicy, but Jesus
Didn't he
Christ.
just say he wants to like be friends with him again?
Yeah, he literally.
And now he's just like talking shit.
He did another interview. I think he did 60 Minutes where he was like, I would like to have a relationship with my father and brother.
They're
not after this.
It's never going to happen, Harry.
Thing?
By the way, the biggest one too is that he said that Kate and Will encouraged him to wear the Nazi Halloween costume and that Prince William physically hit him, pushed him
to the ground
during a fight.
But did you see the quote? The quote was my favorite thing about what William called Meg. Why he did that?
Yeah, a lot of words about Meghan.
I sent it to Kelly.
This one. Prince Harry won't commit to King Charles' coronation. Ball is in their court. I don't think you're getting an invite, buddy.
Yeah.
You're just like,
no.
Not after this book.
Prince Harry reveals he was physically attacked and knocked to the floor by his brother, Prince William. The confrontation escalated because William called Meghan Markle difficult, rude, and abrasive.
It's just like, and it's really, like I said, it's just nonstop.
Everything is some of them are so funny though.
And of course, like, the headlines are as sensationalized as possible because they want to get all the clicks they can get. So it's like these blunt statements. No, the quotes for sure.
The one about the sex scene. He's like, I witnessed her and a castmate mauling each other in some sort of office or conference room. I didn't need to see such things live.
You know what my dad called it? He said, we were talking about this stuff, and he goes, she was on that show giving some guy a Hummer. I was like, what?
I said,
yeah. What?
There was one thing where he was like,
no, he's not, but I was like, a Hummer?
Yeah. He was worried William and Kate were going to ask her for autographs because they're such big fans of Suits.
You know what? I was excited to read the book, and after today, I'm 10 times more excited to read the book.
When does it come out?
It's just next week.
I need
January
an audiobook.
10th.
I need an audiobook.
It's 100% there's an audiobook.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I just like.
And then he pushed me to the ground.
They pushed me to the ground.
He's got a great voice. It would be a good way to listen to it, but it will be on my doorstep January 10th.
You will relay it back to us.
Yeah, I will relay it back to you for sure. Maybe I'll highlight some of my favorite passages.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Make sure you like, subscribe. We are at 110,000 on YouTube, so thank you guys for subscribing. Remember, once we reach 150, we're going to be bleaching Noah's hair live on YouTube, so make sure you click subscribe. We love you guys. We're so happy to be back. It's going to be a great year. Talk to you on Monday.